Well, this will be the third video I've made as I travel again back on the lonely road towards home. And to drop my son off and see him in such pain, it makes you have so many questions in your mind. And I realize that my place is to trust and obey. And that God will make a way. He'll show me. One-sided love hurts. And I can love my ex, even though she doesn't love me. But I can do that. That's what God does. And it doesn't matter whether it's ever reciprocated, because many times God loves us even though when we don't love Him back. But He loves us anyway. But my response is my responsibility. I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for what I do with this situation. And one of the things that I'm finding, that I'm noticing about me, is this. I don't know if I'm responding to this correctly. I want to keep having hope, but then the Bible's very clear that hope deferred maketh the heart sick. And I know that's one of the reasons my heart is so broken, is I'm sick at heart, because my hopes are being deferred. They're not happening. But I know this. I know what God's will is. There's no doubt what His will is that of restoration. And I'm going to tell you, if you're thinking about divorce, or you have been divorced, and yet your spouse has not remarried, God's will for you is restoration. Now, if they've been remarried, that's not His will. And so your will must be that you try and give it everything you got. Now, there does come a place where you let go and you just sit back and you rest, because I realize this, that God's working. If this is His will, one of the things I do know is this, that God is working on both sides. Now, God will never make someone do something. God only will make a person come to a place that they know what His will is, but will they do it, is the question. Now, I know what it is. I know what I do right now. I'd take a moving truck and I'd move her back. But she's got to be willing. Just as God will not make her, I cannot either. And so, make sure you try. If you're ready to give up and you're ready to throw in the towel, listen, get another towel. Don't give it up. Dropping that little boy off, he didn't have anything to do with this, but he hurts. And you know that's going to affect not only him, but his wife that one day he'll marry. It will affect his children that one day he'll have. It will affect his in-laws that one day he'll have. It'll affect everything he does, where he goes to work, people he becomes friends with, because there'll always be this dark cloud because of what his mom and dad did. And yet he'll be the one to pay from now throughout all of his life. I know God's will. I'll continue to walk in His will. Restoration. Number one goal. Number two is wait. Rest. Trust and obey. For there's no other way but to trust and obey.